Hey, good day, everyone. Welcome to the midweek stock report. It's June 6th, 2018. Hope everyone had a good day. It looked like the market went up pretty good. I found a couple of different interesting items that I wanted to share with you guys. So, one I've been talking off and on is TNDM. Sorry, Tandem Diabetes Care. This thing has been smoking hot. We got above. There's a lot of interest in this stock, even though today's volume hasn't been that impressive. There's still a ton of interest in this company. We got through, closed above this area here, this big gap down we had several months ago, or more than several months ago. We couldn't close above it yesterday. It did today. In order for this to be really effective, I'd like to wait and see what it does tomorrow. If it holds up tomorrow, awesome. I think the next level can potentially be, we have a big gap back here around the, it's from 44 until, let's see, 53. So that's quite a range. It's about a little less than $10. But this thing has disappointed before. It got as high as $30 back in November 2016, and hasn't got much higher than that. So that might be an area of resistance. As you see, we hit here once in mid-November, and then the beginning to the end of January, and then it just kind of fell apart. So is this still a buy? Potentially. There's getting a lot of interest in it, but I would definitely put a tight stop in there just in case the sellers come out. Maybe a small position because this thing has run up so much. Can it run up more? Sure. But remember, 7-8% maximum. That's all you want to lose, right? On every trade. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work out for you. Let me show you a trade where I jumped in the other day. I thought it would be good and started falling apart. Got a little impatient. So Quanx, symbol NX, kind of get some resistance in this area here. A couple of days ago, I just felt like it wasn't acting right. And then look, all of a sudden, boom, popped up to almost $20 today. So this is one I lost out on. I lost a couple percent. I think it was 3%, but it just wasn't acting right, and that's why I got out with my gut. And this happens to everybody. There is no perfect system, right? Sometimes you got to use your gut feel. Another one that I thought would be a good stock to own, and it kind of fell apart yesterday as well. I was watching this, actually bought a little bit of it as a starter position, as Carnival. I thought for sure down in here we would definitely see a bounce, and we started to, and it just totally fell apart. Couldn't get above the 10-day moving average. And that was my say, okay, I've had enough. Got out. I think I was down 4%. Remember, maximum 8%. But sometimes if it's not acting right, get out. Go with your gut. There's nothing wrong with that. It just did a bit of a gap down, nothing too severe, but severe enough for me to red flag it for sure. Let's talk about a couple of stocks today that I thought are interesting. So this one is Noodles, NDLS, Noodles and Company. It's been bouncing around. It's been doing rather well over the year, over the long term, maybe for the past year or so. It's been doing okay. It went up and down. Today we had a big bump up 8%, closed at $9.15. I couldn't find any interesting news on this, but we had huge, nice volume. Well, I wouldn't say huge. Let me take that back. Pretty nice volume. And that's what we like to see on these moves. Now, if we can get up to $10, hey, that can be a quick little profit, right? So let's take a look at any kind of area of resistance on here. And this is a daily chart, but I'm going to flip it over to a weekly just so you can come across any resistance. This stock used to be really high, right? So it used to be around $50. And let's see if we can come up with any resistance. I'd say maybe in the $10 area. It likes to kind of hover around there, but this is a weekly chart. But yeah, you're making a couple bucks off this. Maybe it'll go higher. We had some, maybe things are turning around. I'm not sure, but technically, from a technical perspective, I think we can definitely go up to the $10 range. But if it falls apart, we'll get rid of it. We'll sell it, right? It closed nicely above the 10-day moving average today. That's also a good sign. So we'll watch this one, Noodles and Company, right? So that was one that kind of fell on my radar. One that I did get rid of today, just wasn't moving, was ZIXI Corporation. Seems to be falling apart a little bit. It did have a nice move. I bought it around, I think it was around, I don't even remember. I think it was around the, maybe the $5 area. I got it at $5.50, so that's not too bad. Nice little move. So this is one that's on my radar, and yeah, I just wasn't acting right. I figured I can make money elsewhere. Symbol L, Lowe's, had a nice pickup. This came on my radar the other day because of the resistance here in the $48 area or so, and actually this line can be extended out to here. So I jumped in. I think it was around 40, 50 or so, and it continues to trend up. So it's a good sign. We closed above the 10-day moving average today, another good sign. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can get up in this area around the $50, $54 area. That would definitely be bonus, right? So this is one that I was actually successful in jumping in and making a few bucks here. Another couple of interesting plays. Deutsche Bank. So the European banks have been in turmoil because of Italy. But it's quite interesting that with Deutsche Bank, let me see if I can zoom out. I may need to do a weekly chart. On a long-term perspective, we are coming up against a bottom here. If I can draw. And there's going to be, will this be a line area of resistance? Let's see if I can make this look better. Right around here. So, pretty close. I mean, we got in this general zone. These things are definitely not perfect, but it does provide some insight. So let me just take a look at the weekly real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, this is pretty low. So based on that, I feel like maybe we're going to be bouncing off of this. 1135, maybe jump in, see if we can make... yeah, this thing, it moves quite a bit, so you can jump in for a few days and then jump back out, right? But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. Today we were just up almost 3%. Not too bad. And volume picked up, so that's a good thing. It's not extremely, not extreme volume, but we did have some nice pickup on the volume. This is another one to watch. Deutsche Bank, symbol DB. Another thing that came across my radar was this gem. We'll see what happens. It's a retail. It's called SFIX. Quite volatile, as you can see. And we've had a good jump. Oops, let me see here. Sorry. So we've got a good jump today, way above the 10-day moving average. Maybe we can get back in this zone again around 24, 25 bucks. That would be nice. So this would be one I'm going to watch carefully. I get in towards the end of the day. So I think this stock can still go up for a quick play, maybe to around 24, 25 bucks. Hey, you know, money is money, right? Make these small purchases, and then we'll continue on. So those are my new interesting finds. So let's just take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Spiders, the DIA. And we've been kind of teetering across this area here. So I had this trend line drawn in, well, a few weeks ago, going across, and we're just kind of playing around. Nothing too significant. We did have a very nice update, but from a big picture perspective, we have a bit of a ways to go, actually a long way to go before we break any new highs. What will we see next? Will this be an area of resistance from maybe here, which is about, let's say 20, Oh, I don't want to move that trend line. Let's see. So there's this area here back in mid-March where it kind of topped out. So maybe that'll be another line of resistance, or it could be a floor, depending if we go through it. Maybe this will be the new floor. Don't know. But the market is trending higher, which is good if you're long. Things look decent right now, but you still need to be aware, right? You still need to watch this and say, hey, if things look funny, I need to take a profit. Even if you're making like 4 or 5% on a stock you bought the other day and the market's not acting right, we want to protect that, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So sometimes it's better to go with your gut, unless it's something long term that's been doing quite well, um, like for example, MasterCard or something along those lines. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs have been on fire. Potential area resistance up in this area. We got through it today. Will it hold tomorrow? I'd like to see this thing stay above the resistance lines for a couple days to make sure that, hey, we're on okay footing. Doesn't mean it can't go back through it, but it gives people more confidence that, hey, maybe we're setting a new trend. Another interesting stock, which I don't have now, but have traded in the past, and I sold it, is AMD. AMD has been on fire. As you can observe, we're also above its high back in end of July. If we can get above that and stay above there, I think it would be good news. The stock from a weekly perspective has always gone up, as you can see, to this area and then face some down resistance, right? If you're patient, you can probably wait until it gets down around back 10, 950 or so, and then jump back in for another trade. It does look a bit extended, but that doesn't mean it can't go higher. So I'm just curious on a monthly basis. As you can see, way back when 2006 got a high as 40, and of course back in the boom days of 2000, and those guys got as high as 50, right? So this one is definitely one to watch. It could be a good momentum play, but yeah, we're going to be smart about all of these, and we're going to say, hey, if things don't look right, or if it's hanging around a trend line for a bit, we'll draw one over here. So I have a triple top. Maybe. Now, I just want to see this go through here for a couple days and hang in there. It's very possible that it could go higher, as long as the buyers are coming in and making a difference, right? So this is another interesting stock to buy and hold for a few months. Make some money, or even a few days if you want to, because it does move around a bit. Depends on your budget. And so those are the stocks I want to bring up to you. So let's review. So we have NDLS, L, Lowe's, DB for Deutsche Bank, SFIX, and then I got tricked on NX and CCL, and AMD is looking very interesting. So anyway, that is all that I've discovered today. If you have anything interesting discoveries, put them down in the comments, and tell your friends, like and subscribe. And I appreciate you watching. And this is something that's pretty new, and I'm trying to get some traction with it. I know I have a lot of competition, but I appreciate you hanging in there and watching. So tell your friends, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week.